Hi there everyone, it's Jeanette here from Enthusiastic Gardener. We have had a couple of deaths in the garden due to the drought we've had. This poor Limelight Hydrangea, I tried so hard to keep it going. This is my south facing border and it's in full sun. And the other death, I mentioned that there were deaths in the plural along the same bed. This is also no more. Cornus Alba Sibirica, my dogwood, and it's dried up. We'll put them both in pots and see if we can revive them. So I'll try and explain what I was thinking, because I wanted to redesign this area and have a seating area as well, not that little bench in the front but something else. So I'll remove the hydrangea. You'll see all rubble behind the hydrangea. It used to be in those red pots. The red pots used to be in the front garden and I'd half filled them with old bits of brick just to save on soil really. So I need to clear that away because I've very lazily just put it all there. Clear away the hydrangea, and I've got an idea for a new seat. I'll probably remove this dusty miller because it's getting quite old and leggy. Yes, I'm going to have a go at redesigning it, and hopefully, let me show you the bench, which is in here. This was from the front garden. It's been in here for a year, and there it is. You might remember it. It's been out the front garden. It needs a little bit of attention and it's quite rickety and wobbly, as you can see. But what Richard is going to do, hopefully, is change it from a 3-seater, similar to what he did with the yellow chair. He's going to make it into a 1-seater just by chopping off the planks kind of there and moving that inwards, all going well. So that's going to be my new seating area in the new garden. So I have cut the hydrangea right down and I've put it in a pot and I will look after it. Doing the same with the dogwood. And then when I turned it round, there's all these little brown things on there. Let me see if I can focus in. You can see the white spots, that's where I've pulled them off. So I'm going to rub them all off. But I just wondered if anyone knew what they were. And is that the reason why my plants died? I've actually since Googled this, and I think it's Oystershell Scale, which dogwood is one of its favourites. It's an insect that has a little needle-like thing inside and it sucks the life from the plant, sucks the sap right out. So I think I should just put this in the bin because mortality is inevitable. And my next job is just clearing all these rubble away, and also I'm going to trim back my neighbour's bushes, which are just overhanging that much, quite a bit really. So I'll trim those back. Beautiful blueberries. I did try eating them, and also there's lots of blackberries as well. I'll leave them there for the birds. Okay, it's now the next day. I cleared all the rubble away. I've flattened everything. I took out the dusty miller and I've moved the black pot at the back. It's got the Tuscan totem pole, Van Gogh cypress tree. I've moved that over there, gave it a little bit of a trim. So it doesn't look like I've done very much. It's the following day, but I'm aching, so I must have done some work. And we have this beautiful new addition. We went plant shopping, Richard and I, and he chose this. And it's got the most amazingly beautiful curly stem, which I think is so attractive. And there we are, it's an Olea Europea, which is otherwise known as an olive tree, and you can see it has beautiful fruit all over it, because I suppose it's been such a wonderfully hot summer. This olive tree has really enjoyed it. So they're obviously, olive trees are from the Mediterranean, but they can be grown in the UK. They can be grown a US equivalent of a hardiness zone 8 to 10. Well, I'm in an 8, and because I had my hydrangea here in the full baking hot sun, I've decided if I plant new plants now, they are going to be heat tolerant plants, drought tolerant. So what better than an olive tree? Olives symbolise peace and abundance, which we could all do with some peace and abundance. They do not like having wet feet, so that's why I've put mine in one of my bottomless pots. They love good drainage, so that should be fine, I'm hoping. And they have the most beautiful leaves. Silver on the back, green on the front. It will have flowers in the summer. It's an evergreen, but sometimes in the spring it does drop some leaves, but it's just shedding its older leaves and it's just beautiful. So they fruit on old wood, so you have to be careful to prune at the right time, which is just after fruiting. And I've been doing my research. What's the difference between the green olives and the black olives? And apparently all olives are green until they are black. So it depends on when you harvest. And you can't just eat these olives from the tree. They will taste bitter and pretty disgusting. But you have to ferment them. They have to go through a process, and you put them in brine. And of course olive oil is one of the best things this whole world has. It's used for so many things. So far, not a lot to show you. That little seat there, I've only just put that there just to kind of gauge where to plant things, because my little seat will hopefully be there soon. I have huge gaps. Okay, it's another day. It's actually a bank holiday weekend, so I have an extra day for gardening. I am making this up as I go along. I don't really have a plan. I'm just putting things there and hoping they look nice. Not everything has looked nice so far, but I have 2 plants just there that I want to move, and I've been wanting to move them for all summer. They're too big for where they are. Well, let me show you. I'll turn you around. So if we swing round this way, they both like full sun. So this is my Alstroemeria, and it's actually faded quite a bit now, but it was huge. You may have seen it in another video. It was enormous, so it's far too big for this spot. Loves full sun, loves full sun. So that's going over there. And then also behind it is my lilac, which hasn't been successful at all. I think it because it doesn't get enough sun. That likes full sun, 5 to 6 hours. That's going over there as well. I was going to take that out and throw it away, but one of you very kindly said, what about moving it to full sun? So this is the perfect opportunity. So I'm going to dig both of these up, move them over there. Hope it looks nice. One interesting thing with Alstroemeria is that when the blooms are faded, you don't just snip them off like you would a rose, etc., but you go down to the bottom and you just pull it out. So that's how you look after an Alstroemeria. So let's dig them up, put them over there and go from there. end of the second day, or is it the third day? I don't know anymore. That's my lilac. We'll see how it goes. As I say, I was going to get rid of the lilac anyway. If the lilac doesn't survive, so be it. And the Alstroemeria, well, it's looking a whole lot smaller, and I've just put it in this obelisk, not as a permanent feature, but just to hold the stems up. Still a lot more to do. Loving the olive. That's where we are at the moment. Well, I think I'm going to end my video here. I'm nowhere near finished. Richard hasn't even started on the seat yet. So I'm going to leave it here. Next week, next Tuesday, hopefully, well, I don't know if the seat will be done. Something else will be done. So I'll leave it there. Thank you for watching. I'm Jeanette. I'm the Enthusiastic Gardener. Have fun in your gardens, and I'll see you next week. Bye.